So, from what I understand, Vic had a pretty successful weekend. Vic had a pretty successful weekend over at HappyCon outside Milwaukee, Wisconsin. However, this did not boil over well with certain haters who were doing everything in their power to slander, blackmail, and threaten the con to keep him out. Well, to those people, I say, you this case, you guys lose. If it comes back to the next year's HappyCon, I'll be happy, even though I'm not in the vicinity of the convention. Normally, one would say if it's not within my range of ability to get to, I shouldn't get involved. Well, actually, since we've got a bunch of bullshit social justice wackos who are more interested in aiding and abetting in Crunchyroll's multitude of sex trafficking, child pornography, adultery, and pedophilia cover-ups, I feel like I should get involved in trying to call these imbeciles out for their hypocrisy. It may not be my place to do so. I will not lie about that. But like I said the last time I was on here, or several times beforehand, where I mentioned how victim culture has arisen because no one wants to take accountability for their own depravities. And the case of people like Mars Girl, Montreal, Jimmy Markey, Chris Sabat, etc., DC Douglas, Damon Mills, etc., they want to view themselves as people who are being victimized, whether by the fan base who has turned against them. In Chris's case, his ex-wife Tabitha. In Mars Girl's case, the fan base that called her out for being a lying shrew, who was hell bent on just regaining some clout. Jonathan Major being fired, whatever. Or Iggy. And while you have a point, Evie, there's no point. I think it's just as well that some of us speed Mother Nature along. But that being said, as I was saying, before you guys kind of got on my case, I personally do believe that in 399 days, when you know who finds his way back in the White House, and he orders all the armed response teams across the country to hunt down the pedophilia trafficking rings, I want you kick Vickers to ask, where are some of the trails going to lead? Yeah, they're going to lead back to Crunchyroll. And when they do, what are they going to find? Track records of various VAs other than Vic getting involved in sex trafficking and child grooming. As well as the multitudes of cover-ups. Now, why did I say 399 in terms of days? Now, why did I say 399 days, you ask? Well, it's 323 until the national election, and then another 76 until Inauguration day in 2025. Hence, add it up, 399 days. And once the government goes after Crunchyroll, what's going to be the first to fall? All the dominoes in terms of the cover-ups. I mean, since Mars Girl's on the lowest point of the pecking order, who's going to be the meat? Who's going to be the meat shield? Answer me that. Oh, that's right, Kaylin, Delane, Saucedo, because every single one of them is going to point the finger at her for aiding and abetting in their cover-ups. But then she'll probably retaliate by pointing fingers at them, saying that she had known for years that these people were behind this. If you knew that, Kaylin, why is it you only targeted Vic? Oh, wait, that's right. Because he reminded you too much of Justin and Carmichael, your old friend and acquaintance at Channel Awesome, who you felt so guilty over realizing that he was a sex trafficker and that he was a domestic groomer. And yes, I know the fact that you weren't getting paid at Channel Awesome also had a hand in the Channel Not So Awesome documentation, in where the Jew Wario grooming investigation cover up was basically a side thing. It was mostly the money you were after. But the point still applies across the board. You didn't make Kick Vic for the sake of sticking up for victims, stopping pedophiles, or cleaning up the community. You made it about you. If you were the journalist you claimed you were, you could have done your job and actually dug deeper into the investigations instead of making a false and done legit research on Crunchyroll's own the adulterous nature of the other actors instead of just making up a false one. Essentially, Saucedo, Vic's not the locale, Todd's not the locale, Chuck's not a lolcow, Evie ain't a lolcow, and I'm surely not the lolcow. The only lolcow we know of, that I know of in this whole situation, is you, bitch. I stand with Vic now, then, forever. Comment, smash like, sub to channel, Mex212 signing out. Goodbye.